Hi my loves, welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I'm so excited. I've been wanting to create a YouTube channel for so long now. What it was going to be about has definitely changed, but I have finally landed on making a YouTube channel about Sims 4 content. I've been playing The Sims for, I want to say, around 7 years now, but the majority of that time has been on console. And if you know anything about The Sims 4, you know that console is a very, very different experience than PC. I've been playing on PC for the last 6 months, I'm going to say, and my eyes have been opened to an entire new world of The Sims 4, and I have fallen right back in love with it. With that being said, I got super inspired and decided I wanted to create my own YouTube channel featuring just my take on The Sims 4. On this channel, we're going to be diving into mods and CC reviews, lookbooks, Let's Play series, and of course, what today's video is about is going to be showing you my take on Willow Creek and a look into my save file. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm so excited to be here, and without further ado, let's get into the video.
Let your edge out to some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now, got me bummed out. You so baby, I've been on my empty mind, shit. I should've given from
I've been working on my personal save file both on console and PC for a while now, but after watching Tay from Large Tater Tots video on her take of Willow Creek, I got heavily inspired to start taking my save file more serious and putting in big work. Willow Creek is heavily inspired by New Orleans, and I am by no means from Louisiana, and I've only ever been there once, so I'm definitely not an expert on what it's supposed to look like, but I did some research, and I also didn't limit myself to only New Orleans. I added in similarities from Georgia and from Alabama to just really give it that true Southern feel. This is the overview of my map in Willow Creek. This world comes with a total of 21 lots, and 7 of them in my save file are community lots. I'm also using fan arts or Daishun. I think I'm saying that right. I have no idea. But I'm using their map replacement. I mean, look at how gorgeous this map is. I'm so sad that this creator stopped creating new maps, because if I could have every single one of them in my worlds, I would, just because they're so beautiful. I'm also using Seriously Sims empty save file. This is where every single one of the worlds in The Sims 4 comes completely empty, and I loved using this because it allows so much room for flexibility and creativity.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want. This time doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want. What you want.
This next part of my save file is heavily inspired by Tay from Large Tater Tots and her use of the builds by Jakku Sims. This build right here was originally the Spoon's Restaurant by Jakku Sims, but I transformed it to the Bistrot du Midi. This is a bistro, or like a French restaurant, because if you don't know, New Orleans is heavily inspired by the French. So I decided I wanted to transform the Spoon's Restaurant into something that fit the world a little bit more and the lore of the world a bit more. This color scheme is also heavily inspired by Bojana Sims, and their use of the cozy bistro kit. I think this build is just so cute, and this is actually the only part of the build that is furnished. The rest of the build is empty because you can't actually live here, so it kind of would be like a waste of time to sit there and furnish every empty room. Another change I made to this build was I deleted a floor because I just felt like the buildings were too tall for my liking, and again, it just wasted space because I couldn't actually furnish anything. I also deleted some of the trash that like was on the lot. Like some of these, you can see a little trash bag in the back. There was a lot more. I know New Orleans is not the cleanest place, but I just didn't want to have my Sims get those annoying buffs about how they feel so unbothered by the fact that they're in a dirty area. So I deleted some of it. This next lot is also by Jakku Sims, and originally it was the Yi men's fashion store and flower shop, but I transformed it to the keratin salon and gym. So in the part of the build that is originally the flower shop, I kept some of the flowers but transformed it into a salon. And I got inspired to do this because I feel like in the movies the old southern ladies go and get their hair done at the salon once a week, and they practically live in rollers. So I thought that they could come to the salon and do this. I really used baby girl or baby gal 123s and Lilac Creations CC pack called literally keratin to basically create this entire build. I want to say like 90% of this build is just that. And then on the part of the build that is the gym that used to be the Yi men's fashion store, I kept the same color scheme, as I also kept the same color scheme in the flower shop as well. I just changed up a few things about it. I also made this into a small gym, and I also put in like a sauna and stuff like that because it does have to work as a spa, and I think you need a sauna or something like that. So here we have the gym area, and then we have some showers and the sauna, the bathroom, and here in the salon you can get your nails done too as well. And then you have, of course, the main area, and then of course upstairs there is nothing. All of this is empty because you can't actually live here. This next build is called Madame U's Jazz Club, and Madame U is actually a townie that is in Willow Creek that I created, and she is a level 2 celebrity. She's a famous singer here in Willow Creek, and her husband is a famous pianist. So I imagine that they like to come here every night and perform, as they practically own this club. This lot was originally the Willow Creek Jazz Club by NTHLRS. I got it off the gallery, but I made a few of my own edits. There is a downstairs, but honestly, I don't ever plan on using the downstairs. I did add a lot of CC to this build. I really was inspired by Rhea 28's builds. So here is the main bar area where you can come and have a drink. Over here is where you dance, and here is where Madame U and her husband perform. You can also sit on these sides and just have a nice drink. There is an upstairs. When you go upstairs, there are some bathrooms, an area to play some chess, and a little lounge area to sit down. You also get an overview of the downstairs, which I think is super nice. And I also have Utopia's mod where you can play pool, so I added a pool table. And there is a balcony too. I don't really see my Sims sitting on the balcony. I see them partying down here. But I think this build is so cool and just really has a nice jazz club aesthetic. I feel like New Orleans, do they call it the home of jazz? I don't know. But I feel like they give off that vibe. The last lot that I have here in Crawdad Quarter is the Willow Creek Town Hall and Library by Honey Mae Sims. I love me some Honey Mae Sims. I definitely have a lot of her builds in my game. She's just such an amazing builder. I actually didn't change anything structurally about this build. It's just so pretty on its own. The only thing I did change was the color scheme because I am a big neutrals girly and I also just love black and white. So I changed like the brown theme for more of a green, black, and white theme. So over here we have the library area. So we have the books, of course, the bathroom, and the computers. Here's a little office, and then here is like the town hall area where you can have your debates. I imagine that like the mayor or just like the people, like, you know, Gilmore Girls, they'll have their like debates here about what they want about the town changed. So they can have them held here. Upstairs, they have a cafe, which you can always just hire someone to come on the lot and do a cafe and then just give your Sims back the money. That way it can feel more realistic because you're definitely not going to be paying all that money for a barista to come on a normal day basis. But it is super pretty here. Again, I really only changed the color scheme, but Honey Mae Sims did her thing with this one. I love it so much. And again, it just adds so much realism to the game.
Like a glance from the past, you can see the dark. In the frame, you're the poster on the wall. My dreams, you the prince, and I'm the bar. Let me tell something you still.
Now we're in Foundry Cove. Foundry Cove is where many of my townies start their journey. These little homes may be small, but each one has its own story. This lot is the Willow Creek Retirement Home by Schnuck01. This build is so detailed and just so beautiful. I placed a bunch of random elderly Sims in here to give it that realistic feel, as if these elderly Sims had their children grow up and move out and start families of their own and decided to come and live in this community. In this first room here, you have the reception area. Here you have a little area you can sit down in front of the fire, and you have a computer you can use. All of these rooms here are singular, or this one has a couple of beds. They also don't come with their own kitchens, and I think that's super realistic because some retirement homes, you can't actually have any of that stuff in your own room for safety reasons. So this is really giving the feel of community living. We have some bathrooms and some showers here, and of course the bathtubs. Over here you have a place where you can knit, and you also have an area to sit and listen to someone playing the piano, which is like the realest thing I've ever seen. I think every single retirement home or assisted living that I've been to has had a piano in it. Like exactly that kind of piano. Here you have a game room. Here you have an arts and craft room. So just a lot of rooms for skills. And these are all shared spaces. And then you have a theater room right here where you can sit and watch some stuff. And you have another bathroom that's like a half. I think that's really great for visitors. Here's where you have the kitchen, where the staff will make food. And you have like the dining room. There's this beautiful, beautiful courtyard that has a pool. I think this is like so beautiful. And they have their own garden as well, which could be one of the other activities that the Sims who live here choose to participate in. There is an upstairs, and the upstairs is more of like activities. There is one room here. Because there's currently Sims who live here, they look empty, but I promise you they're fully furnished. But here we have a spa area, so like massages, a bathroom, a little gym, and a yoga. I imagine that they have like some classes once a week or a couple times a week where the Sims can come and do some yoga and some meditation. And then here they have a sauna and a couple more showers. This lot or this build is just so beautiful and again, just so detailed. I love it so much. And again, the only thing I changed was the flooring and the flooring and the wallpaper. Next lot is the YSAC by Sweet Bia Gaming. This builder actually has their own save file. I think it's called the neighborhood save. And this build is actually a part of their save file, but I decided that I wanted to include it in mine. I love the vibe of this. It is giving like a rundown rec center or literally like a YMCA that's in a rundown community. So this is a recreational center here in Foundry Cove, and let me give you guys a little bit of a tour of it. So this is what the outside looks like. It looks so realistic. If you've ever been to one, you know this is exactly what it looks like. So it is kind of like at an angle. It's not front facing, which I actually don't mind. So once you come in, you have a little area where Sims can perform for each other. You also have a little science table or just like a little table that you can present on, a little vending machine. Through here, which I just realized this is missing a door. I will fix that. I don't know what happened, but I will definitely fix that. But here is a gym or like a little gym that your Sims can work out in. Here in the courtyard, you have a pool and a basketball court, which just so real. I love that. In the upstairs, there is areas for your Sims to do some arts and crafts. Why are all the doors missing? Let's just ignore that, please. But there's a little area for kids to do some arts and crafts or toddlers, to throw paint on the floor, of course, and adults to paint on the easels. And here you have a little, I think it's just like a chill area. You have some play areas to play games for kids again. You have a little science area, some toys, a little library, and a mini TV. And I love how this is like old because it just gives off that vibe. Like they didn't have enough money to get a nice TV in the budget, so they decided to get this little tiny one. I think it's just so real and it fits the neighborhood perfectly because the neighborhood in Foundry Cove is like the struggling neighborhood and the less fortunate, I guess you could say, just the people who don't have a lot of funds. Out here, you have some bikes that you can ride. I imagine that like you can sit there and like borrow some bikes, little slide, and and then a little table where you can sell things. I think this is cool too because I imagine that this kind of build requires donations to keep it going. This build overall is just so pretty and I think it just fits the world again so beautifully. Here at 16 Foundry Cove, we have the 4 Sim base game starter by Simple Cheeks. This is such a pretty house and so simple. Again, it is base game, so you don't have to worry about not having anything. There's a little kitchen area, a living area, a bedroom for a child. Oh, and I think it actually has, yes, it's bunk beds. And then you have a bedroom for the parents, and a bathroom right here. The color scheme of this whole build is super cute. It has a nice little backyard area. Let me show you the back of the house. It's just so cute and it fits the neighborhood so well. I feel like when you find a build that fits the neighborhood so well, you just get so happy and inspired. This next lot here is the Single Mom Tiny Home by Simple Cheeks. This is a tiny home residential. I've actually never lived as a sim. I've never played as a sim who's lived in a tiny home, but I heard that it has its own perks. This build is so cute. It has room for 2 children and I think a mom. Yes, up here. Her room is up here and it has a whole ladder. I think it's so tiny and cute and it fits perfectly into the world. Struggling mom who needs a tiny home to take care of her 2 kids. I just think it's so cute. I love Simple Cheeks builds. She is always such an amazing builder. The last build that we have here in Foundry Cove is the BFF house by Simple Cheeks. This is actually the entrance here. They have 2 entrances, but I think this is the main one. When you come through here, there is this beautiful blue scheme. There's a living room, a dining room or dining area, a kitchen. I love the circular counters. We definitely don't see a lot of that. Here is a bathroom, a hallway, and then the 3 bedrooms for each one of the BFFs. I actually don't have the BFF household in my game, but I'll keep that in mind for who I decide to place in here. There is a little quaint backyard with a little grill, and we have an area for a rocket ship. Maybe I'll place a astronaut here so that they could have a little workspace in the back for them. But this is such a beautiful house and the perfect last house of the neighborhood.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me? Hands in the stove, how the faucet's running and I keep looking at you. Stuck on your phone, like stuck in your zone.
This is Courtyard Lane. This is a peaceful neighborhood where families and friends can gather. It's the kind of place where kids play outside and neighbors stop for a chat. The first build that I'm going to be showing you guys is the New Orleans Townhouse by Part Set. This is on a 20 by 15 lot, and this is just so cute and fits the neighborhood perfectly. Once you walk in, there is a living room, a dining room. It has its own separate dining room, a little office, and then through here you have a kitchen. You have a really nice fenced in patio. Once you go upstairs, there is a bedroom and a room for 2 kids, and they have a shared bathroom. This is just such a cute build. This build is by Honey May Sims, and it is the base game Hollow Slow. I think that's how you say it. But I love how it resembles the build right next to it. That way it looks like a continuous neighborhood. And these are by 2 different creators, so I just love how that just worked out on its own. This build has room for, I want to say, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so yeah, 6 people in this house. When you walk in, there's a living room area, a kitchen area, a little place to dine. I love how they have a little room, like a little mud room, where you can throw your shoes here, and then the Sims can come down and go to this beautiful backyard. Very spacious, and I love the landscaping. There is a bathroom down here, and this is a full bath, so it does have a bathtub. And there's an office. Once you go upstairs, there is a room for a toddler a room for 2 kids, and I love how the closet has like 2 dressers, so they can have like their own separate, they're not fighting over anything. I love that. That's so realistic. Over here we have a bedroom for the parents, and also 2 dressers here, probably one for the husband, one for the wife. And over here we have a shared bathroom. I like the shared bathroom between all the people upstairs. I think that's so realistic because Courtyard Lane is like the middle to upper class, and I feel like that's so realistic to have them all share a bathroom upstairs. This next build I have here is the New Orleans Family House by Plum Bob Kingdom. Plum Bob Kingdom actually has so many builds that fit the New Orleans Southern Willow Creek vibe, so I highly recommend looking them up on the gallery and having some of their builds in your save file. So in this house, you walk in, you have this beautiful hallway area, and then you have a bathroom to your left. You come through here and you have this beautiful living room and an office area. You have this really big and pretty kitchen, and you have an area to come and do your laundry. I love that this is open. I know that some people might not like that, but I like it. It just adds so much realism. And then a little area to sit down and eat. Once you come upstairs, you have this really nice hallway, very spacious. And then you have a shared bathroom with everybody upstairs. You have one bedroom here, another bedroom here, and the main bedroom. I love how big and detailed these rooms are. You don't really have a backyard with this build, but I also kind of think that's realistic too. But you do have like a lot of balcony, so that's nice. This next build that I have is actually, I think, the first build that I'm showing you guys that doesn't have any furniture in it. It just is move-in ready. But this is the Hollow Slow by Pug Owned. This house is like so New Orleans. I love it. So again, this has no furniture in it. It is completely empty. I did make some CC changes to it because I didn't have every pack that it came with, so some of it was empty, but it has already kitchen, and all the bathrooms are just furnished because I feel like when you move in to a house, except for this one, but that's not my business. But you know, when you move into a house, you don't have to buy a toilet. You don't have to buy a sink. It comes already with it. So I decided to make that to be a little bit more realistic. But when your Sims come and move in here, they will have to bring their own furniture or buy their own furniture. And I love those like experiences. And then in the back, they have a nice backyard, nice and spacious, and it has a pool. The last house I'm going to be showing you today is the New Orleans Family Manor by Speedman 420. This house is just so, I feel like I've been saying every single house is beautiful, but they really are. This house is just so detailed, so beautiful. I love how it looks. So when you come in here, there is a nice like entrance area. There is a beautiful dining area. Like, I mean, look at that. You also have this really nice, and it looks very formal, a very nice and formal living room. Here you have this kitchen, and you have some area for your pets to eat, which is nice. This is another just sitting area. I like this. This is really cute. Here you have a bathroom. I like how hidden this is. And you have an office right here and a bedroom. This night bedroom is very nice. Once you come up here, you have a nice little area as well. You are your infant, and you have a piano. There is a nursery here, a bedroom for a kid here, and another huge bedroom over here. And I'm just gonna delete this because no need for that, sorry. And then there's also another bedroom. So in total, this house has a lot of room. There is a couple of balconies, which I love. And this balcony has like an easel, so you can just like, and first of all, the view must be amazing from here. So you can just like paint, your inspiration is over here. I think this is so, so nice. The backyard is again huge. It has a little area to sit down. This would be nice to have like a fire pit out here too. Nice areas to garden and some swings and set stuff for kids to play. This is so nice. Speedman 40, I think I have another one of their builds in my game. They also have really good New Orleans look-alike builds. All right, my loves. So originally I was planning on showing you the whole world of Willow Creek in just this one video, but this video is becoming extremely long. I promise this isn't like a go to part 2 vibe like on TikTok. It's going so long. So I'm going to stop right here and I will have part 2 of Willow Creek uploaded by hopefully next week, probably by next week. But yeah, thank you so, so much if you made it this far into the video. I really, truly do appreciate you. And I'm so excited to start the journey of my new YouTube channel. I hope you guys have an amazing day and thank you so much for watching. Bye.